I cannot hold back on sharing what is on my mind. Look, a lot of the time, life just seems unfair. Things happen, and we're just in that mode where we're hoping things get better. And guess what? When we are hoping and wishing, that's where things just don't happen. We continue to be in despair, or we continue to be disappointed. When we continue to stay there, it's a nightmare. That's what a prison is. That's a prison. When you drown in your own disappointment, sorrow, wishful thinking, hoping, you know what will really get you to where you want to be? It's that vital life force energy, that action, taking initiative, and sustaining it over long periods of time, because we all have the ability to do these short bursts of movement and taking that action. It's very simple and it's not that difficult to do, but to be able to do that over a long period of time, I'm talking you got a goal for weeks, months, years, and you sustain it and you stick to it, you'll get where you want to be. But I'm tired of all these circumstances taking advantage of people and seeing it. I've done it myself. I've been like, why does it feel like this system is taking advantage of me? Our energy, it's feeding off of our energy, our life force energy. Why is that? Why do we pay taxes, and why do certain things happen to us? And many people, they look to the government, they look to what is happening to us, and they complain and they wish that it just wasn't this way, and they're like, man, why are they taxing us on this stuff? All of these things that are external. And it pisses me off because there are obstacles set in the way. Things are annoying, and things don't just appear how we want them to be. And this life, these circumstances, these entities will continue to mock us. They will continue to show us that nothing is going to happen for us just out of the ordinary if we just hope. And all these negative circumstances that we attract when we get in these modes of not doing anything, it's just going to continue. And it absolutely will never stop, and it doesn't care. And sometimes I'm sitting there and things happen that I don't like. I look at the media, the news, the things that happen in this world, the negative things. And I think to myself, this is getting annoying now, and this is sparking something in me, and I'm getting pissed off. So what do you do in that point? You've got to use your vital life force energy, because this system is set up in a way that's going to feed off of you. Look, I mean, classic examples of people who just fall into drugs, alcohol, junk food, and that these infrastructures, these technological infrastructure as well, not just the physical. It feeds off of the energy. And you know what? People talk about it, but at the end of the day, it still happens. People are human, and they want to experience this life. And the casinos, what do you think a casino is? It takes energy from you that it needs to profit off of you. And this is kind of what it is. What I'm trying to say. The feeding of energy, the extracting of energy. If you're tired of it, and you truly have this need to step into the life that is different than what you're currently experiencing, you're going to need to sustain your vital life force energy. You're going to have to envision this reality that you seek to live, and you're going to need to move in that direction constantly, and avoid any traps that are going to feed off of you. There's so many traps. How many times have I said there's a seduction quality to this world, this reality? The technological thing is a huge aspect of it. Porn, porn, porn. That's one example. Look at the Instagram. Look at TikTok. I don't know. But this is these are seductive forces that are on these screens. And it goes, yes, it goes beyond that, but I'm giving a very serious example of how we can easily be distracted and give all of our energy away to a system, a structure, when we know it's not good. People get addicted to these things. People get addicted to porn. People get addicted to junk food, like I said. And like I said, porn is just like a drug. Um, you're giving your energy to it, and you're sticking there. You're sticking with it for hours on end, and it doesn't stop for many people. And we need to be aware and express what these problems are. Um, because it's not providing you any value. It's just destroying you, and you have a mission that's something much different than this. And this is it's getting me mad because this is what happens. This is what happens. People feed into these distractions. People feed into what's destroying them in the inside. And this is what it's set up to be. This is the matrix. This is exactly the trap that people are falling into. As you can see, this stuff bothers me because I have struggled to break into the life that I seek. I personally have. And I see the barriers, the walls, all of these programs that have been implemented in this world that have served as this distraction, that have served as this prison to enter in, the bait. And it keeps you there. And I think I said what I needed to say. Look, this stuff is toxic out here in this world, and you got to stick to you got to stick to the life that you know you need to live. Currency is precious, it's gold, and the systems, the infrastructure is set up to harvest your gold, to harvest your life force energy, to absolutely harvest and all of it. And this is what I should be focusing on. This is what I should be making videos about because it's so evidently clear. Look at the pharmacy, the pharmaceutical companies. They're providing these exact prescriptions that are going to keep you stuck in a frequency that is extremely low and toxic, where your body is sick, cannot fight off actual disease. The vaccine does the opposite of a naturopathic healing. It keeps you in a frequency that's going to be very low, toxic, and you gotta fight. You gotta fight within and sustain it over long periods of time. This is the reason I bring up astrological energies. War is connected to Mars, and discipline over long periods of time is connected to Saturn. All of these things are set up in this world so that you can fall into that trap and stay there. You may literally find yourself in a prison, or you'll mentally be stuck inside your own prison of the mind. It's all due to these screens, the infrastructure, the junk food, all of the things that you're feeding into. I'm not passionate about this just for me. I'm sharing this because this is a problem that many people face. Everyone's got some kind of a vice, and it's destroying people. It's absolutely destroying people without them even noticing. And that's the most dangerous part. They don't even realize it. It's a psychological attack. I hear all these commercials when I'm at work, the advertisements. And you know what they say? Take this vaccine, take this prescription. If you got a nasal congestion, if you got a cough, if you're sick, take this. And they don't want it. They don't want you to be healthy for real. They need a profit off of your disease. And man, I am more angry than I'm showing. I wish that I could go out there and fight, but I know that it needs to be done in a balanced way. This is war. This is war and Martian energy. When you fall too much into that opposite, like I said, Venus is the opposite. You fall into seduction, beauty, desire, love. But guess what that's doing if it's not done in a righteous way, in a way that is of a pure essence? You're gonna fall into lust. You're gonna end up chasing women just for sex. You're going to end up chasing desire. And this is how it is. That's the dark side of Venus, the dark side of love. It's you're giving up your Martian energy. You're giving up that vital force, life force energy, and you're just giving it to the feminine. But you're not fighting for anything. You're giving all your energy away. You need to fight for a true love or a righteous kind of deeper commitment. And of course, that's how it is, but people fall into it. So, this is the attention to detail that you need in order to sustain this over a long period of time. I know I might sound crazy when I'm saying this, but it's absolutely essential. I'm going to talk about this more and more, this whole concept of vital life force energy and the extraction of it. This is absolutely pivotal.